we all have to be excited about the promise of the science that we're seeing. We just have to innovate a little bit more on how we get companies formed. And I think this will be the first of hopefully many around the country, but I think it'll be a great example for other areas. So it's great to have it here in Boston.
We're going to start in June to take applications. There'll be a very simple 4-question form on our website, and companies will fill that out. We'll do a quick evaluation of that and bring them in for an in-person interview, and then based on that, admit them into the incubator. We think it'll open around November 1st. If they're not moving into a space like this, they'll have to raise millions of dollars to get their space created and equipped. They also then have to go through a Cambridge permitting process and a state permitting process for waste and other materials that they may handle. There are other levels of bureaucracy that they'll have to deal with, and we actually take away a lot of that burden for them. They're able to work under our licenses here.
When you have these startup companies, the last thing they need to worry about are the environmental needs, whether it's compliance, whether it's the disposal, or even the hazards and safeties. We want that to be something that they don't have to worry about. So when they come to this place as an innovation center, their only focus should be innovating. And we want to create that atmosphere.
We think people will come into this space first, which is a co-working space. You can have 1 bench or 2 benches here as a company and get started. People may actually be successful enough to raise a little more money, and they might want to move off into one of these private laboratory suites here. They can house 6 to 8 people. These labs will be fairly generic. People will modify them. For instance, chemical research is different from biotech research. It needs different kind of hoods and different kind of ventilation, and so we think there'll be some smaller number, but let's say 10 or 15% of the companies who are working on drug chemistry, and they may outfit their lab a little bit differently than we would expect a biotech company to outfit their lab. This is not for the established company. It's for companies that really need to get started. And that goes along with the state mandate. The Commonwealth would really like to see us help companies start.
We know that the facility will likely fill up very quickly, so it's good for people to show up early and to show interest early. We have the mandate from the state to select the strongest companies, and so there will be a competitive process for companies who want to come in here.
We're standing right now in a spot where the next blockbuster drugs are going to be invented, where the next large companies are going to be started, so it's really exciting.